The next caller we have here is someone that did not follow the prompt today, but that's for one reason that I guess is kind of acceptable. And it's because he called me 2.5 hours before I posted that I was taking calls today. And that's how you know this voicemail really came from deep inside the heart. All right, let's just go ahead and listen in to maybe the saddest voicemail I've gotten all year.
Man, Goblin, it's, I'm going through some tough times, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just say it, man, it's hard to get over my ex-girlfriend, man. It sounds kind of pussy to say that, it's kind of a pussy thing to say. But it really is hard, I broke up with her like a while ago, months ago, maybe 6 months ago.
Okay. So you broke up with her, my guy.
And, every single day now I look back on it and think if it was really the right decision.
He's 1,000%. He's got the phone like this and he's got a gun like this and he's leaving this voicemail. He might not still be here to pick up my call, dude.
I think I know deep in my heart that's the right decision. But it's just very difficult, And, I've, tried just getting with other girls.
Okay.
And it helps, when I'm horny, because
yeah, you hear it perk up a little bit. It helps when I'm horny. And then he just goes back, well, but it's still not her.
Every guy has needs, but it doesn't really fill the emptiness in my heart.
How'd I know that was coming?
When I got with her, I gave her a special place in my heart to fill up. And now that she's gone.
I'm such a horrible person. No, this isn't funny. There's nothing funny about this, dude. This is not funny. He gave her a special place in his heart to fill up, dude. That's
it's
real.
Empty, man. And it's very tough. And basically, she's just kind of messing with me, man. She told me to come over last night because she wanted to get freaky, if you know what I mean. And, I've tried to, avoid her, tried to set boundaries, but when you get that call, it's kind of hard to resist.
This guy sounds like he deep down kind of doesn't even know what he wants, because on one hand, he's sitting here and he's like, yo, I have to avoid her. Then on the other hand, she's hitting him up and he's pulling up.
Because, I'm still attracted to her. I don't want to get back with her. But anyway, I went over to her house and I brought her McDonald's. I didn't pay for it because I'm not fucking buying her stuff, but I delivered it to her.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
And
she zelled you? Like, what are you talking about?
Then
Shorty asked you for McD's and you said, bet, zell me $12? I mean, I guess. Yeah, you're not together anymore. That's
she just
split the bill.
Ate the McDonald's. She let me rip her weed, which was nice. And she said she wanted to fuck. And then she just told me it's not the same anymore. You're not the same anymore. So, obviously I was a little offended, but I didn't really show it. I was like, okay, And then
this guy should do a bunch of and fuck her. I'm just going to be completely transparent.
She told me she wants me to leave. And so basically I just delivered to her McDonald's and fucking left with nothing.
Bro's an Uber Eats driver.
And, it's just so difficult, man, because I want to tell her
You ran out of time. You didn't even get to finish. Oh, shit. I don't know if I even want to call this guy. I feel like he's going to bring my energy down, but we're going to ring him up, dude. I don't even know. What do I even say when he picks up the phone if he does? It's like, yo, heard you want to end it all. Let's see if he picks up. I mean, listen, I think a good way to just speed run this type of pain is just get a big bottle of Zans and just pass out for like a month.
Hey, this is.
Oh, oh, you need to take a note. We got to bleep his name in his voicemail. He immediately fires off his full government. Like it's at about like 20 minutes in. All right, dude. I'm not surprised he didn't pick up the phone there. You know, I'm definitely not. All right. Next up, we got a guy who was working a factory job and he was stealing out of all of the manager's lockers. Let's listen in here.
Hey, I figured I read your...
Actually, you know, before we even start playing this voicemail fully, the last guy, even though we didn't get to speak to him, I just really genuinely, dude, he broke up with her. You know, if he's out there watching this, maybe he is, I don't know. Dude, you broke up with her, and even if she broke up with you, sometimes you just got to move on, and it's hard to do in the moment. What always worked for me was just a lot of intoxicating drugs, and... you know, that's about it. If I can't feel my limbs, then I can't, you know, think about her. So K-hole me, you know, that's a pretty good strategy. Not saying you have to or should do that, but that's just what I personally did. All right, let's keep going, though.
Hey, I figured I read your Instagram story about the worst thing you ever done for money, and man, I was hitting the lick at the factory job I had, going into the boss's locker room, the higher ups, and just cleaning out them wallets. I had a couple shitty jobs.
Just cleaning out there.
Man, that's probably the worst. Hope to hear from you. Have a good one.
How does this hustle even work? Like, your boss just doesn't notice when all the cash in his wallet is gone? Like, what is this strategy you've got going, dude? Let's call him up. What do we got? Better pick up the phone, dude. This guy's going to be in big trouble if he doesn't pick up the phone. Significant amounts of trouble if he doesn't pick up the phone. Okay. All right. We have yet another no answer on the show right now. I'm going to say right now, I understand I haven't taken calls in a couple weeks. Maybe you guys forgot the etiquette or something. You're a little rusty on this. The next motherfucker to not answer my phone call is getting their number posted on Twitter as the Only Gas support line, dude. And you can enjoy that because I'll tell you right now, we get a lot of inquiries. Okay. We get a lot of people who order and then 20 minutes later they email us and they say, I haven't received my tracking yet. And it's midnight on a Thursday. You're going to enjoy that, buddy. Next up on the list, I mean, dude, we've talked to two people or one person now that has an OnlyFans. Let's talk to one of our customers right here. Here we have someone whose baby mama found out that he's buying too much OnlyFans content. Let's listen in.
Hey, God. So,
and mind you, this has absolutely nothing to do with the topic, okay? But I mean, fuck it, I want to hear. What are you going to do, dude? Why? How much money?
But what I got for it was I bought a shit load of OnlyFans content, and my baby mama found out, and that basically broke us up. So if you want to hear more about it, call me back.
Bro, you got a baby mama. Why do you need the OnlyFans content? Like, you literally have a woman that you got pregnant before, dude. You can't blow the bag on that kind of stuff. Let's call him up, though, dude. I want to hear, dude. What's up, serial gooner? Fucking, what do you do all day? You might be too busy to pick up the phone right now, dude. I mean, if baby mama already left, like, why slow down? Fucking pick up the pace, dude. We're in this bitch. I'm getting real sick of these non-answers, okay? I'm just going to... You fucking late-nighters, dude. This is the first time we've ever shot a caller episode at night. It's 8 p.m. right now. You fucking... you guys promised me. I posted on my story today. I said, don't you call in if you're not planning to stay up late tonight. don't you fucking call in. You people are disappointing me, guys. We called one person off camera before we started. We are like 2 for 6 on picked up calls today. We have gone the past few like months with maybe one person not picking up per month. I'm going to say it right now. All the stereotypes about you nocturnal motherfuckers are true. The daytime guys, the motherfuckers who are up bright and early, 10 a.m., picking up our calls, the grinders, be like them, okay? You late nighters are making me sick, dude. Let's listen into the next voicemail from this guy right here who did something I also did when I was younger, which is really why I wanted to call this guy. And then he slips in a really fascinating tidbit at the end, which is arguably the real reason I want to call him. Let's listen in.
Hey, Gabo. This is
Hey.
a pretty tame one.
Yep.
I bet you've probably got some pretty crazy ones today about getting money, but whenever I was addicted to blow, I sold all of my childhood Xbox 360 games, PlayStation games, I think a few DS games, some that I probably could have gotten a lot more money for if I had taken them to GameStop.
I quite literally did the exact same thing when I was younger with all of my games. I literally, since I was very, very young, I played a ton of video games. The only thing I would ask for Christmas was video games, and that was just it for me. So I had a really big game collection growing up. That was, I mean, I couldn't tell you what it was actually worth because I sold it all for bottom dollar at pawn shops and GameStop to get high. But you know, I would say thousands of dollars I'd accumulated over the years of all this stuff because it was all I wanted, bro. I never wanted, like, don't give me any other toys, bro. Don't give me any other shit. I literally just wanted video games my whole childhood. So finally, when I got older and I started, you know, getting high, blowing all my money and needing more money to get high because I was running out of the money I already had, the video games were one of the first fucking things to go. My games and my shoes, dude. Even my clothes, dude. There was a fucking store called Plato's Closet. I'm pretty sure it's like a pretty big chain. Plato's Closet probably has like 80% of my old drip, dude. A lot. If you guys have ever shopped at Plato's Closet between the years of like 2016 to 2018, there's especially in Illinois, there's a non-zero chance you're wearing my clothes right now. Like a legitimate non-zero chance you're rocking my drip right fucking now. Okay? I sold all my polos. I used to have my nice little like Ralph Lauren polos. I had a few of them, you know. Sometimes you wear them to Easter, you know, all of them. Fuck off. Gone. Fucking Plato's Closet, dude. They give you like $2 a pop, dude.
I think I had sold almost every single one of my childhood video games. And I only got, I think, 80 to 100 bucks out of it. And I was only able to get $1 grand then.
Dude, I fucking sold I had the MW3 edition Xbox 360. So it was like gray, and it when you powered it on, it had this like different power up sound that was really sick. It was cool. It had the controller that came with it too. I sold that back to fucking GameStop, and if I remember correctly, I think I got $30 for it. This was like the bottom of the curve of when you should sell your 360. Now they've actually rebounded a little bit because I think people are starting to realize, like, oh, the Xbox 360 is fire and all the games are cheap. Like, great console to buy. And it holds up really well nowadays, too. But this was, like, right at, like, PS4 had been out for a few years. Everyone was trying to sell their last-gen consoles to get the next-gen, like, at the same time. And nobody wanted them, dude. GameStop would say, fuck yourself. Even if you went on Marketplace, you were getting maybe 60 to 80 bucks for them, if even. So $30 is what I got for mine. And I sold a bunch of games with it too. And like, dude, all the last gen games, as soon as PS4 and Xbox One came out, dude, all the 360 games, the most you get for them is like $2. It was unbelievable how fast that whole generation of consoles just plummeted. And it's kind of weird because like PS2 didn't really do that. PS1 didn't really do that. Those games held value pretty well from what I remember. GameCube didn't really, it's Nintendo, of course, for like OG Xbox games even held value pretty well. That generation, 360 and PS3, those games are still worth pennies, dude. They're worth nothing. The best games on that console are worth $20 now, you know?
I'm back home at my childhood house spending some time after a pretty bad breakup. A failed engagement, I should say. And
so that's a curveball you just threw there,
I'm
dude.
looking back and I'm thinking, oh, I want to play this old Xbox game. Nope, not there. sold it a few years ago for blow. That didn't.
Listen, I wasn't back at my parents' house because my engagement crumbled, but what I will say is I was back at my parents' house visiting after they kicked me out. I drove back up north from Springfield to say hi to my mom, and I was sitting there with nothing to do at my mom's house, and that's when I realized I've literally vowed to myself, I will never sell something for weed or drug money ever again. I will never sell something to get high. If I want a bag of blow, I better have the money for it. If I want Zans, I better have the money for it. I refuse to do that, dude. Now I have a PlayStation and a small stack of games that I leave at my mom's house now. And it's like whenever I'm back there visiting, I can game. You know, I can do my thing like the good old days. Let's call him up though. And honestly, he's already told a story about selling the games. I'm not even going to ask him about the games. I want to hear about the failed engagement. Okay? Buddy boy, what happened? Why are you back at Ma's? Yo, this guy doesn't answer, dude. I'm sending fucking... I can't say that. I can't say that. It had something to do with the pipe. I can't say that. No.
Your call has been...
Dude, guys, I'm going to flip this fucking desk, dude. One more person doesn't take my phone call, I'm flipping the fucking desk over, okay? I've lost... How many people is that at this point? We're never doing night calls again. You night motherfuckers are disgusting. You people make me sick, dude. You lazy night fuckers, dude. I seriously, these people make me sick. Is there any whiskey left in my cup? There's a little bit, dude. Thank God. That's fucking... Oh. All right. Well, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guy who called in and also just didn't follow the prompt at all. He just said, fuck it, I'm doing my own thing. But that's okay because this guy got hit by a truck. So I just want to hear what that's like. Let's listen in.
Hello, Goblin. I'm Miles, and I recently got ran over by a truck. I'm dead serious. I know this isn't the prompt, but I just got ran over by a F-150. So that's just...
I got ran over by an F-150. All right, dude. Okay. You're up, buddy. What do you got? Might be doing some physical therapy or something right now, dude. That's got to objectively be one of the worst vehicles to get ran over by, too. An F-150.
Your call has...
These fucked up ass trucks nowadays are like 9 feet wide and like 9,000 pounds as well. And it's all sorts of fucked up, dude. We need some regulation on the size of these cars, dude. As a guy who drives a normal size civilian vehicle, can we just go back to that? Like, I feel like even you look at like cars and like SUVs and trucks in particular from like 20 years ago are so much smaller. Like, have you guys ever seen like one of those late 90s, early 2000s Honda CRVs on the road? They don't even look like SUVs anymore, dude. Like, they're so tiny compared to what these SUVs are now. And like old pickups, same thing, totally different. I was curious what it felt like to get hit by a truck, though. What the fuck is the deal with nobody answering today? How many people are going to not answer today before I just start posting phone numbers on Twitter? All right, let's go.
What's up, Goblin? I know you give your audience some tasks to talk about, but I'm here to give you some real content. I have a crack whore ex-girlfriend story that...
I like how he's speaking totally fluently until it came time to describe his girlfriend. He's like, I have a story about a crack whore ex-girlfriend. I just want to tell you real quick.
will really knock your panties off, so give me a call if you're interested.
Okay, buddy. Deal. Deal. Right now. No, deal. Okay. If you get one more no answer. 3, 2.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Guys. We're about to go on a rampage of some sort, dude. We're about to go on a riot in this studio. Because I'm just going to be completely transparent. I put aside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there was an 11th that I removed from this save list here. And as you just heard on today's episode, we did not speak to 11 fucking people. I'm just going to say real quick, guys, please, I understand we did a late episode. This one's probably on me. But guys, when you call into the show, just please make sure you're able to save my number. You can save it's always the same number every week. You know, every time I do these calls, it's been the same number for years at this point. Save my number, dude. Put me in your phone as Goblin, dude. Nick, I don't care. Save me as whatever. So you recognize when I call you. Maybe you pick up the phone. You know, could be just people sleeping. But please, just for the sake of the show, make sure you answer the phone when we call you because it's a little tough when people don't answer the phone. For our next call of the day here, ladies and gentlemen, well, actually, real quick, before the next one, nobody's answering tonight, so I might as well take a couple of minutes to remind you guys that on OnlyGas, right here, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have $190 quarter pounds of our signature greenhouse smalls. Listen, that is $45 an ounce for a QP of some Fi. If you don't believe it's Fi, go check our reviews because we have hundreds of reviews on this offering and people are loving it. Go check out OnlyGas. You guys know where to find it. If not, I don't know. Maybe ask Google about it.